Remember when we said we'd stay together now until forever? Just us, just us. Said we wouldn't be like all the others.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica Hickson, and I spent 5 years working my way up to the top of an MLM before realizing they're just not all that they're cracked up to be. My goal with this channel is to rescue some Huns, to prevent some from becoming Huns, and to give those a voice who have left the Hunbot industry like myself.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.
Welcome, you guys, to part 2 of the Boom Zoom, beginning now. Okay, let's proceed.
Okay, I am not super outgoing, so I'm not going to be crazy, but that's okay. I'm just giving it to you now, straight up. So, how often have you ever felt like, dang, like if my upline could just be there for me a little bit more, I would be so much more successful? Or I wish my downline would show up more and then I'd be successful. Or gosh darn it, if my potentials would just freaking respond, I would be successful. Have you ever felt that way? I have. And I want to just give you the news flash that you've been needing to hear. Your success is not dependent on your upline. Your failure is not dependent on your upline. Your success is not dependent on your downline. And your failure is not dependent on your downline.
All right, babe, then let me know how successful you would be without a downline. I'm curious.
The only way that you are going to succeed is when you decide, okay? And I'm going to relate this to weight loss because I feel like everyone at one point or another has gained a couple pounds and they've wanted to lose some weight, okay? When it comes to reaching your health and fitness goals, you will never actually lose the weight until you make the decision that you're changing. When enough is enough, when you're like, I am sick and tired of living this way.
Do you know why that is? Because science. Because there are proven facts to back up a calorie deficit will help you lose weight. Getting exercise will help you lose weight unless there's another medical condition. There's science to back up that if you do this, this will happen. That's the difference here, because there's no science to back up what you're saying, that if you do this, you will be a millionaire. There's not one piece of evidence that backs that up. Not one, I promise.
Okay, but then here's the thing. You're not just going to dilly-dally and throw things at the wall with your weight loss, with your health and fitness, and see what sticks. You have to have a plan, and you have to have a system that you are going to follow and be consistent with. So I don't know what number we'll do. We'll be funny. Put a 69 in the comments if you have a tracker that don't do that. Okay, but put a 69 in the comments if you actually track your progress in this business every single day. Because I will be the first to tell you that I have not been tracking my stuff until this last week. And it was such an eye-opener for me, because I'll never forget, I heard a quote from Joel Dunn one day, probably it was before I had my first kids, so 2017, 2018, somewhere in there. And he said, what are you learning this week that's going to make you better than you were last week? And it smacked me in the face, because I realized I'm sitting here saying, boo-hoo, I'm not happy with where my business is at, but I'm not doing anything different. I'm not doing anything extra in my personal development. I'm not doing anything extra with my business. I'm not tracking stuff. I can't even tell you what I did last week. So how can I get better this week? If I'm trying to lose weight and I'm not tracking what I'm eating, I have no idea how many calories and carbs are in the 5 handfuls of pretzels of my kids that I took. You know, it's not until you get serious with tracking what you are personally doing in this business that you'll be able to succeed. And so I'm going to share this document with your leaders. Okay, I just made an accountability tracker. Literally all it's got on there is you put the date. How many videos did you create today? How many story slides did you get up? How many posts did you do? How many new Facebook friends did you get today? How many new followers did you get? How many people did you talk to about the products? How many people did you talk to about the business today? How many host-to-post messages did you send? How many if you hear a kid, it's mine, I'm sorry. How many actual host-to-post did you get up today? How many people did you follow up with? How many customers or distributors did you enroll? How long did you do self-development for today? How many distributors on your team did you coach today? Those are the questions I ask myself on a daily basis, and I can start to track it. But then here's the cool thing. You're going to be able to get a number, and you'll say, like, okay, you talked to 45 people yesterday about the business, and you didn't sign up a distributor. So what if I talked to 46 people today? Do you think I could sign one? When you figure out what that number is for how many people that you need to have conversations with to get the enrollment, game over. Because if you figure out that that number is 69, all of a sudden you're like, cool, if I talk to 69 people a day, I'm going to sign up a distributor every single day. What would that do for your business? But here's also what I wanted to mention in this. Runners attract runners. And you can't be a runner if you don't know your own progress. So if you have never tracked your progress, start like literally today.
I want to clarify what she means by runner. She doesn't mean like a runner, like a jogger. She means that's what we would call people who were like all in the business. We would call them runners. So you always wanted to find your runner, someone who was running toward the finish line, someone that was running to the top, like. Which now looking back, it's quite ironic that they always said, like, make it to the top. Because that really insinuates that it's like a pyramid, you know? Like you're climbing to the top of the pyramid. Anyways.
And just get in the system. Because if you can't take your business seriously enough to track your progress, you're never going to arrive where you want to be. All right. I think that's all I've got.
So good. If you need to start tracking your stuff, drop some flame emojis.
Was it so good? Because I was almost asleep. Almost.
Boom, boom, boom. Listen, me and some of my leader friends, shout out Arlisha and Bree, we literally just had a team Zoom, and we told everyone to look at their screen time. Everyone wants to piss and moan that they're on their phone all the time. Check your screen time out. I got mad convicted a few years ago. And the reality is, if you want to control your time, you got to first know where it goes. If you want to control your finances, you first have to know where it goes. If you want your business to succeed, exactly what Hickson said, you got to know where it goes. And so being in control, it's one of the greatest things possible. Thank you. We'll definitely take that little template, pamphlet, whatever it is that you want to say. Y'all, like how many times 69, like, hello, oh my gosh, so uncomfortable. Jeez. All right, next up is we love you.
I am a little uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kidding. You know, from the outside looking in, it seems like it'd be the opposite, but here it is, just sliding right in. Okay. No point intended. Okay, so wow, okay, you can't share this recording. This is for you guys only in our downlines. It's fine. All right. So I'm going to repeat a few things. That's the beauty of being in the middle, the sandwich. But you guys, and I'm going to share some facts and I'm going to share some things, but I was actually just in Florida. Emma, she's like searching Google and she's like talking. I'm like, okay. Anyways, so I was just in Florida, you guys, the top 7 income earners, and I have so much vision for our company right now. And I wish that I could share everything, but I can't yet. But I just have to say, like, things are shifting to a way that, okay, put a 2 in the chat if you have been in this business longer than 6 months. Okay. I figured it was actually majority of you are not new. Majority of you are the ones who have been in here. You're hungry. You're ready to take your business, your life, your everything to the next level. And I agree with everything these ladies have said, but I am going to reiterate something that Doug, our new CEO, surprise, if you didn't know, now you know. He's officially our new CEO. I'm so excited about it. He is so freaking smart.
Well, this was going to be a video I did at a different time, but I guess now you know. It works as a new CEO, and there will be a video done shortly, very shortly, about it.
He is going to take us to a whole nother level. And something that he said that I loved is, you guys, we have the best community ever, but we are a team building company. And just like what he said, he told me there's 3 different ways. There's 3 different ways that people are doing 4 and a friend. You are either doing 4 and 1 and then a tier 2, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, right? You're doing 1, 4 and 1 for every one, tier 2. Or there's the other person who's doing 4 and 1, signing 3 distributors, throwing them against the wall and just seeing if they stick, right? And that's not the kind of company we want to be. And then there's the third kind, which is what I showed you guys. 4 and a friend, 3 tier 2s. There is a reason that our compensation plan is set up like that for you, because we are a team building company. We have a perfect way for a new distributor to come in and make real money right away. That is,
We are a recruitment-based company, is what you meant to say there.
4 and a friend success bonus. But if you want to be someone making $5, $10, $20, $50, $100,000 a month, you must become a team builder. Does that mean you have to become the best leader?
You must recruit a shit ton of people. Period.
Right away? No, I promise you, you will grow into these things along the way, but you have to become a team builder. And so we have to stop thinking that we are accomplished at 4 and a friend. And I will tell you exactly what I said. If I am not stimulated, I will not push for it. So whatever your goal is for this month, I want you to take that and I want you to double it. Because if I know that my goal is 4 and a friend, I'm like, I can do that on the last day of the month if I really want. If I say my goal is 10 or 15 distributors and 4 customers, I'm like, I got to get to work today. I got to track my stuff.
You like how it was 10 to 15 distributors and 4 customers? Does that tell you anything, you guys? Does that tell you anything? Maybe, just maybe, the distributors are the customers?
Got to make sure that I'm doing whatever I need to do to make that happen. And so you guys, if you're here, you're probably a high achiever. You're probably someone, you're hungry for a better life. You're hungry for a better income. You want to be where Shay is. You want to be where Ashley is. You want to be where Jocelyn is. You want to be there. So you have to be willing to do what we are doing, and we are not doing the minimum. The minimum is there for a reason. So you have to create a new standard for yourself, a new minimum for yourself. And going along with the team building, you guys, something that was a massive aha moment for me, and I just thought this was so magical and so simple. He said, grandma, mom, daughter. You guys, I have always brought in Ashley, taught Ashley how to teach Jocelyn, right? I teach Ashley how to teach her friend. And something that he really shared was that we have to get in the trenches with Ashley and her friend. We have to help her friend. We can't just say, that's not my job. Figure it out. If Ashley's going to be awesome, she's going to figure it out. She'll grow into her leadership eventually, right? If you really want to grow your business fast, with strength, with width, with depth, all at the same time, you have to teach people not only how to be a good enroller, but you also have to help their people. Because you never know. I don't know if you guys knew this. Joel and Stephanie, they don't have one personally enrolled ambassador. And that right there is a massive aha moment as the number 1 income earners. Why? Because it wasn't the person they signed. It was the...
Because they got in early. They were some of the first people in. So everyone is underneath of them. That's why.
person that they signed. And if you are not willing to get in the trenches with those people, to do a FaceTime with Jocelyn and Ashley, not just Ashley, if you are too impatient, if you are too stubborn and you say, I'm going to go and get my own success bonus. If Ashley wants hers, okay, bye, right? We've trained ourselves the last few years. We're hungry, we're red, we'll do what we need to do, we'll fill in the charts, we'll make it happen. But you know what? I bulldozed over Ashley. I never gave Jocelyn the time of day, and I could have just had a magical, big, fat, hungry leg right there that I developed. And so we have to get back to developing people. And, I will share, you guys, probably if you sign 3, all 3 are not going to get their 4 and a friend. That's just facts. I would love for it to be like that. I will train and guide and coach people as much as I possibly can. But guess what? Some are going to block you. Some are going to delete you. Some are going to say they want it and just not do it, which that's a big majority, right? And then there's going to be that small percentage that they're hungry for it. They're ready for it. They're going to do it. And you have to find this many to find that many of those. And so you have to figure out what that number is, just like what said, maybe you need to send out that 64th message, right? Maybe you need to sign that one more distributor, and just leading by example. And I also wrote down, and I'm going to be real honest, you guys, I am so hungry for Black Diamond, and I want there to be so many Black Diamonds in this company in the next 18 months. And there is a plan, and there is a vision for it. There are so many things that you don't even see happening. And I want every single one of you guys to be a part of that and to have that opportunity to not only get your 4 and a friend, your success bonus, but for me, just like what I said before, if my goal is not big enough, I am not going to wake up hungry for it, right? And so decide what your goal is, not success bonus, not go Ruby, not this, not that. What is your goal? What is that freedom that I'm talking about? What does that look like for you in the next year and a half? What do you want your day to look like? What do you want your bank account to look like? What do you want your life to look like? Okay. And when you can say, okay, host to post, fear of going on TikTok, fear of this, fear of that, whatever system your team has in place. When you can go from, I'm not sure if I'm willing to do those things in order to get to my goal, to having a big enough goal that makes you say, yes, whatever it takes. And it's different for everybody. For some people, that is $500. I say, you need $500, let's go do this, this, and this. They're like, done, it's done. If I say $500, she's like, I don't really need to, right? If I say $50,000, if you do these things and you continue to do these things, you're going to be making $50,000 living your dream life. If you can keep doing these things every single day, guess what? She's going to wake up and she is going to have a passion, a fire. She's going to be willing to sit in her closet at night and put in the work like what I did, right?
Guys, these Zooms are literally all the same. I'm like fighting falling asleep right now because I hear the same thing every single Zoom, worded in a different way, sometimes worded the same exact way.
She's going to be willing to invest so that she can actually earn that freedom. And I want you guys to know, yes, you know, she doesn't have kids. She lives her best life. She does her thing, right? She doesn't, whatever, go to her college career, whatever it is, she's at home. At home, I'm at home, all these things. But there was a long time that we had to invest our time, peace of mind in different things. She shared about how her family's number one. She's going to be at all the games. Sometimes you're going to have to invest from places that you don't want to in order to continue to have that freedom forever. And we need to stop acting like this is something that we're just adding to our plate and instead treating it like an actual business that is.
This is how they get you. They tell you you need to make those like right now sacrifices in order to get what you want in the long run. So sacrifice that time with your family now so that later on down the road you can have whatever time you want with your family at any given moment, which never happens. So people just then lose years of their lives with their kids and years of memories with their kids and their loved ones. And then they never are able to get, I mean, you can't get that time back anyway, but you never are able to spend the time that they promised with your loved ones and your family because it never happens.
It's going to pay us like a business. And if you can do that in the next 12 to 18 months, everything will be different for you. And I can promise you that consistently, 2 feet in, not one in, not one out, where your goal is big enough that you wake up wanting to work this business. You wake up hungry to talk.
I'm going to let you know right now, nobody, not even the top income earners wake up wanting to
Work the business.
They have to in order to sustain the lifestyle that they've created for themselves.
Talk to people. You wake up saying, Ashley, let's set up a call with Jocelyn. Let's get her going. Let's get her launched. Let's make this happen. Let's do a party. Let's do that. Let's do this. Get to that point where your goal is big enough. If you don't feel that excitement and passion at this moment, that means that your goal is not big enough, right? I love how he calls it, you know, you're not stimulated enough. I am exactly that way. And the last thing I'll share, you guys, I love the book, Winning the War in Your Mind. I listened to it multiple times last month. It was honestly, literally like God just, you guys, if I show up and I do the things every single day that I need to do, I know that he is going to have my back. I know that with that faith, with that mindset, that belief is going to grow. And I know that it will happen. And it really is something, you guys, you have to put in the work even before you believe it. And then you start to believe it, and then it happens. It is something that you have to believe before you can get it. And that's just business. It's not this business. It's any business. It's anything you do in your life, right? You're going for a promotion at work. You're going to have to claim it, work for it, show up like it, and then you receive it, right? So anyways, I could talk to you guys for like 5 years, but I will jump off.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. Drop a boom in the chat if you found anything of value. Favorite thing she said, you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Guys, this is not the hokey pokey. Like, this is not the hokey pokey. This is a business. And when you treat it like a business, you're going to get a business back. And you said something that made me think. I showed my team this a few weeks ago. My dream board from 2018, I have it sitting here, and it lost a lot of photos because it's been loved on. But you guys, this is not the same than it was. I don't know what it is now. It's like 40 something. But do you see this 54 rubies right here? It says 54 rubies. I did that in 2018. They weren't in the right spot. I went ambassador the next year, 2019. But it took 54 rubies, 54 people making $500. I love what she said about how there's going to be some people that want $500. Let's be honest tonight. Drop a me if you thought like your new distributor's goal was too little, or you were like, oh, they don't want to go all in. They don't want to pay their mortgage. They don't want to go debt free. Bleh. And then we're like, I'm done with them. I'm so offended. And we act holier than thou. Let's not, we've all done it. We're all a little red if you're on here, okay? You need, I don't know the number, say 54, but it's not 54 anymore because the chart, but just say 54. You need 54 people to make $500 for you to make like $25,000 a month.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You need 54 rubies. A ruby used to consist of 5 distributors per ruby. So let's see. I think now it's 3. So we'll do 3. 54 times 3. So you need 162. But she wants to make it out to be like it's just this simple thing. All you need is 54 distributors. No, you don't. I'm pretty sure ambassador was like 250 or something when I was in.
Don't step on these little people, baby. These little people make up your business, okay?
But I thought that it's not up to your downline. Your success isn't dependent on your downline. So like, how does this work?
These aren't little people. These are the best people. You want thousands of people making $500, and you want a system that can churn them out, okay? Gotta move on. Let's take it next. Ambassador Diamond. Miss, come bring us the boom boom pow, my friend.
Y'all, I'm so excited to chat with you guys because I'm gonna tell you what, my vision right now is it's clearer than camera quality, okay? I am so ready to go, and the amount of Zooms I've been on with corporate and other leaders and people that got back for, I mean, let's be real, how many of you guys were literally stalking every single story from Top 7 being at corporate this weekend? I was like, excuse me, I will be there next year, you bet your butt, because I am so ready to just see what happens this summer, the new products that come out, and just hearing what, Meredith has been talking to us about, just saying over the next 18 months, you guys, there's going to be so much happening. And all I needed to know was that there was so much happening. I don't know anything. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what bonuses are coming out, but guess what? I'm going to borrow the belief. How many of you guys have ever had to borrow the belief from somebody else because you didn't see it within yourself? Everything that you do in this business is completely uncharted territory.
They use that all the time, like borrow my belief if you don't believe that you can do it. But the thing is, people aren't not believing in themselves. They're not believing in the business structure or the company as a whole. The doubt is not within themselves. Most people probably feel like they can do a lot of things. They probably feel pretty confident in themselves. I mean, I haven't felt too confident in myself over the last year, but not ready to talk about that yet. But the average person, I feel like, feels like they can do anything. They're not doubting themselves. They are doubting the business structure or the company, and or both.
You've never been there before. I had never been Ambassador Diamond. I had never been Ruby 2.0. I'd never opened a second account. I'd never gone Diamond. I'd never made $5,000 in a month. I've never made and done the things that I've done because of it work. Shout out to that. It's making it and forcing you to step out of your comfort zone. But when it comes to us going to these next levels, and you're on a boom Zoom because you want to feel the boom, right? You want to go to the next level. You want to do things you've never done. You are walking into uncharted territory every single day. But guess what? Somebody's got to do it, because there has to be the way pavers, and that is you. And so I want to talk to you right now about where your expectations are set. Some of you guys, okay, you may be on this Zoom, but your bar is literally sitting on the ground right now. But your expectations that are coming out of those reactions are literally so high. You're like, I am so excited. I better make a $2,000 paycheck. I'm going to mass enroll distributors. Man, these hosted posts are about to pop up. You did 2. Okay, you did 2 hosted posts, and you're like, I'm about to be Ashley Mayfield enrolling all these customers left and right. Shout out to me getting like 16 success bonuses from these 7 hosted. No. You have high expectations with bar to the floor levels of work that you're putting into your business. And so let's talk about that. Let's reevaluate what we're doing when it comes to our inputs, what our outputs are expecting. And so I want to share that with you guys, because we want to be a millionaire. We want to be a diamond. How many of you want to, y'all, they extended that quarter 10 bonus, right? Who's earning the bonus? Drop a 5 in the chat if you get the bonus. Y'all, when I first started this same bonus 5 years ago, I was eligible for the same bonus, okay? I was shouting it out. I was posting it everywhere. I was going live. We didn't even have stories back then. Y'all don't even know how good you have it. We had nothing like that, but I was going after that bonus without having a single clue what that bonus meant, what Diamond even was, how many people. I didn't know how many customers. I had nobody working, but you bet your butt every single person that came into contact with me, hey, I just met you, but I'm going Diamond. You don't know what that is? I don't either, but it's a lot of money. That's all I knew. Guess what? I missed it. I missed that bonus. I didn't even get it. And what if I would have said, oh, I have these high expectations, but I'm not going to do the work? I would have missed out on every single thing beyond that. And now I look at all the things that I've done. I had never been to any of those things either. I didn't know that I could do any of the things that I've done, but I also didn't ask for permission. I went after it, and I did it, and I showed up, and I did the things, and I didn't ever waver what I was putting into my business versus what I was expecting. And so I want you to look at yourself. Every single person on here is a leader. You have people that are on your team or going to be on your team. So who you are and the way you show up is the exact culture that you are creating within your organization right now. Everything that you do is duplicated, whether it is good or bad. And so the way that you're showing up right now, going into summer, like mentioned very first at the beginning of this Zoom, y'all, we're going into busy season. We're going into changes and school and kids and this and jobs and all vacations and all the things. Stay focused. Keep your expectations high, but keep the actions that you're putting into it the same, right? And I'm going to read you guys this Bible verse. It has been so loud to me ever since our pastor shared it at church. It says, to those who use well what they are given.
Hold on. Just to clarify, this is the girl whose pastor blocked me on Instagram for speaking out about the predatory practices of MLMs within churches. And instead of addressing the issue and all of the comments that came along with it, he simply just started blocking people and deleting comments. So that's who this quote is coming from, or this scripture that she's reading. I don't know.
Even more will be given, and they will have an abundance. But for those who do nothing, even what little they have will be taken away. I want you to look at what you have in your hands right now. You have an incredible training right now. You have incredible corporate that is literally in the trenches for you right now, and you don't even know what they have planned, right? You have incredible leaders that are showing up for you. You have a downline, whether it's one soul or thousands. You have people that are ready to rally with you. Take what you are given, and there will be an abundance. I promise you guys that. You have to stay focused. You know, I was doing coaching calls all day today, all day tomorrow. I'm getting on these one-on-one phone calls, and y'all, some of these people I've been talking to about going diamond for years. And I get on this phone call and I'm like, okay, like, what's your goal? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, let's get real. And I kind of had to have this moment where it's like, as your leader, as their leader, you have to be real with them. And they got on here and they're like, I'm going diamond. And I'm like, sis, you've said that for 3 years. So let's reevaluate and let's figure out what the missing puzzle pieces are, because your expectations are here, but your work is down there. Your mindset is down there. When's the last time you opened a book? When's the last time you showed up? And many of you guys are literally standing out here saying, I'm going diamond. said, who wants to be a millionaire on here? And all of you guys put it in there. And some of you guys haven't even posted every single day for the last week. We've got to be real. And I think that you guys know that I'm calling you out with love because I see you, and I know that at one point I didn't think I could do these things either. But all I needed to know was that somebody had done it. And when I was going ambassador and I needed 131,000 in volume in 30 days to do it, I didn't ask for permission. I looked at somebody and I said, do you think I can do it? And they said, who told you that you can't? So as you walk into these next...
That's interesting because the first story that she tells about this, she says that she asked her upline and her upline said something along the lines of, why don't you just get closer for next month? So she didn't believe in her. And that's what drove her, was that her upline didn't think she could do it.
Seasons of summer, as you walk into this year, as you walk into looking at every single goal that's in front of you, where are your expectations set and where is your action? Just like I said, y'all, talk is cheap. What are you speaking versus what are you doing? And raise the bar. You don't plant all these seeds and watch them grow. I've been having so many conversations on these coaching calls of people saying, well, so-and-so just quit. And this person just told me no today. And this person left me on red. Why are you looking? You don't have time. We're only going focus. You got to look forward. You can't look left and right and figure out who's leaving you on red. If you have enough time to go back and see who's ignoring your messages and who isn't showing up and who isn't speaking in your chats and who isn't texting you back, then you're backwards focused and we are forward focused. Because if you want to bring the boom in your business, you got to raise those expectations, raise the work, and stop looking backwards because we're going forwards.
That was so good. You guys drop a flame emoji in the chat. Forward focus. That's where we have to be. Forward focus. And guess what? You can't be forward focused until you have exactly what Shay just talked about. Self-awareness. You have to have an honest conversation.
I feel like I would say that these women on this call lack so much self-awareness. Like, have an honest conversation with yourself. Would you really be successful without your downline? Do you actually not have to depend on your downline to be successful? Is this worth ruining all of your personal relationships in your life and only having friendships and relationships that have to do with the business? Is it worth losing those years with your kids in order to sacrifice it now so you have time with them later? Are you running an ethical business?
That we start being honest with ourselves. I firmly believe, I will battle you, I will die on this hill. Self-awareness is the number one quality of a leader. You've got to have honest conversation. Grant Cardone says that you are your biggest problem, but you are also your greatest solution. And once you're honest, now we can play, now we can be solution-minded, but we want you to be forward-focused. There are so many good things that are coming around the corner. Just like our next speaker, hang on tight. We got another 15 minutes left. You guys are not going to want to miss this. We all know her. We all love her. The queen. Come on and bring us the boom, my friend.
Hello. I am so excited, y'all. I feel so fired up right now after listening to all of these ladies talk. I don't know about you, but
She looks like she's legitimately falling asleep. She was like,
hello. I am so fired up right now listening to all these ladies speak.
Are you though?
but I am so excited and so ready to just take all the things that I'm hearing and learning and just apply them to my business. So to start, I'm going to share a little story with you, okay? So this happened to me today. I weighed myself this morning, and then I went to the gym, and I worked out. I sweat like crazy, and I got home, and I weighed myself again, and guess what? I weighed the exact same, and I was pissed. And I said, you know what? This gym thing is just not for me. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to the gym anymore because I worked out, and I didn't see the results that I wanted.
Wait, so you thought you were gonna see a change in the scale in a matter of hours?
Y'all are probably all like, dude, it takes more than one time. Like, you can't just work out one time and see results. So why are you treating your business that way?
I know I don't need to say it again, but I'm gonna say it again because there is scientifically based evidence that says scientifically proven. If you do this, this, and that, you're going to see changes in your body. You're going to lose X amount of weight. You're going to gain muscle definition. But there is no scientifically proven evidence to state, or any type of evidence, period, to state that if you do these things in your MLM, you're going to be successful. Zero.
Because so many of you are sitting on here doing the same thing that I just said with your business, and you don't even realize it, because you messaged people for one day. You got up just a few hosts to post, and none of them got comments, and so now you've decided this business isn't for you. Why? Because it's as ridiculous as what I just said about the gym, and no, I did not weigh myself before and after, but it's an analogy to show you that you have to put in the time and you have to put in the effort. Okay, let's take it a step further. My husband and I, we both work out. Okay, he has a degree. He is a fitness, he manages the gym that I go to. And he is very knowledgeable about all of those things. He is actually writing programming. He has the nutrition background. The way we show up to the gym is differently, but we both still go. And here's what I mean by that. Somebody who just joined this business, I just want them to show up. If that's you, I don't know how long you've been in, but maybe you haven't been consistent. Maybe you've been in for 6 years and you've never been consistent. I just want you to go to the gym, AKA show up for your business. Okay, I just want you to do the things that you should be doing every single day, whether that's your KPIs, your 6 list, whatever it is. I just want you to show up. That's what I do. I don't go to the gym to try to do anything fancy. I'm just I went to the gym today and I'm patting myself on the back because I did really stinking good. For my husband, he's been going to the gym like that consistently since he could walk, okay? He knows all that stuff. It's not enough for him anymore to just go to the gym. He now is very intentional with how he shows up. He's doing traction things for his knee because he had knee surgery last year. He's showing up differently because of the knowledge and the background and the base that he's already created for himself. And he knows the things that he should be doing already. So it's not enough for him to show up anymore. He's got to really dig in deep and decide exactly what he's going to do whenever he gets to the gym so that he can get the best results possible. Because just going to the gym is just easy for him now. That's not an accomplishment for him. And so I want you to think about that with your business. If you're somebody who's you've been consistent over a long period of time and you're still just doing your 6 list and you're showing up and you're just barely doing the minimum, it's time to step up. It's time to level up. You've already created that base for yourself. You've proven to yourself that you can be consistent. You've proven to yourself that you know how to do a 6 list and you can message with your eyes closed and you can get the customers, you can whatever. But you aren't looking for the results of the work that you're doing. So you're just sitting here showing up to the gym and saying, you know what, I did good. That's perfect. That's all that I needed to do. Got my messages out, check. And it's checking things off a list. And you're wondering why the heck you're not getting paid for the effort that you're putting in, because you're not putting in the intentional effort required for the goals that you have, just like what she was talking about. So again, if you are somebody who hasn't been consistent, I want you to start showing up, and I want you to be consistent, not just for a day, not just for 10 host to post, not just for a month even, guys, not even just for a year. Oh my goodness. Do you know that I had my biggest breakthrough in this business 14 months in? What would I have done? Where would I be now if I had quit 12 months in because I was consistent for a year and I didn't see the results that I wanted to? That's BS, guys. Show up and dig your heels in deep and decide that you're going to be here when your breakthrough happens. Decide that you're going to stop going from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to find the one that's going to be able to just give you this magical, life change without you having to put in the effort. Stop avoiding the effort of the things that are going to be required of you to get to where you want to be. Okay, so we're talking about showing up. We're talking about how we want to show up. So how many of you have listened to the people on the Zoom tonight that have spoken and you're like, I wish I was like them. I wish I had what they had. I wish I could speak as eloquently as I wish I could just bring the fire. you know, like, or whatever. And I didn't get to hear some of the people before because I had a prior commitment. So all of them are amazing. But just examples of that. Like, how many of you have thought, like, man, if I was just them, things would be a lot.
That's funny because she was like,
I am just so fired up after hearing these ladies speak and blah, blah, blah.
but she just admitted that she didn't hear any of the prior ones, so.
I wish that I could be more like this person and that person. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to start believing in yourself, because some of you aren't being consistent and some of you aren't showing up to get the effort or to get the results from your efforts because you just don't believe in yourself. It's not because you don't know what to do. By now, I mean, my goodness, you should know what to do. If you've been in the business for a while, you know what to do. And then right underneath that, I want you to write out what you're good at in this business, or you have to decide what you're good at, because it's so easy for us to spend all of our time you are. And it's the things that you just wrote out on your go up if you've been in the business for a while. Because after that, you're going to just automatically show up. Like, you don't have to run, because I knew who I was and I knew what I was good at and I did a lot of it. And it was genuine and it was authentic and people were drawn to that. So you can do anything that you put your mind to. And I want you to believe in yourself, because I want you to change the way you're showing up. And that's going to happen when you believe in who you are.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. You guys.
I want to do like a compilation of her reaction after everyone gets done talking, because I feel like every single time she said,
Ah! Oh my God, you guys, that was so good.
Boom in the chat. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Boom in the chat. Oh my gosh, that was so good. You guys, that was so good. You guys drop a flame emoji. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Drop a boom in the chat. You guys drop a flame emoji if you found anything of value. That was so good.
I'm curious now. I'm probably going to do it.
Guys, can y'all just drop some love in the chat below in the replay of this? For real, these ladies just brought the boom boom pow. And here's the deal. Our heart tonight, I just love everything that said. Don't put anybody on a pedestal that spoke tonight. Don't put me on a pedestal. Oh my gosh, you guys see the part of us that we want you to see. You might not see all behind the scenes. Don't be doing that to nobody. I don't even like heights, okay? But here's the deal.
This is the same girl who was complaining in one of her team Zooms about, like,
do you know who I am? How are you going to come in my inbox and ask me for help? And then I look on your Facebook page and I see that you have a Tupperware post. Like, do you know who I am? We are not on the same level.
Are we though? Because
our heart tonight in this boom, I said the boom boom Zoom. Hey, come on. The boom boom Zoom. In this boom Zoom, our heart stopped. I can't look at this. Y'all, it's almost 10 o'clock. You know what time it is? I'm just kidding. Not for real. What was I saying? Oh, our heart tonight is just that your horse crosses the finish line. I want you to hear me real quick before we hop off. Your horse needs to cross the finish line. You know what your finish line is. We don't give a hot fart if you got a saddle, if you riding bareback, if you 2 legs on the side, baby, if you squatting it, if you doing this. I don't care how you ride your horse, baby. You ride that pony. You ride that pony. Okay, I don't care, but our heart is that you cross the finish line. That's it. You figure out. You got you a good old time riding that pony. Amen. Okay, I know what is happening, Jessica. That's right. It's time to cut it out. It's time to go. Okay, but for real, we want you to cross your finish line. Don't give up on yourself. Have belief. Know that you're the mother trucking captain of your ship, and you can do anything that you put your mind to. So stop holding yourself back. Okay, this recording is going to be up on my YouTube. We're going to get the link out tomorrow, so be patient. We love you guys. Have a good night. We'll talk soon. Bye, friends.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the Boom Zoom. Do you feel boomed? Do you feel boom boom pow'd? Because I know I do. Anyways, I have a lot of really exciting videos coming up. A lot of tea to spill that I hadn't spilled yet because of my lack of proof. However, there's proof now. So stay tuned for those videos coming up. They are going to be very, very juicy. Very, very juicy. Like juicier than before. Like the juiciest of juicy. Okay, you guys? So definitely stay tuned for those. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell if you'd like to be notified every time that I post. If you would like to join my Facebook group called The Light at the End of the Pyramid, it's just a community of people who are navigating life post MLM together. And if you'd like to follow me on all social media platforms, you can find me at the Jessica Hickson. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Moving slower.